Hello, everybody. Welcome to us ranking E3. We're starting off with the Xbox conference. Let me give you a rundown of the rules. Me and Ninja here each gave each item that we judged throughout the conference a score of 1 through 10, 10 being fucking fantastic, 1 being they should burn that and why does it exist. We also ranked whether or not we wanted it on a scale of want it day 1, yes, maybe, no, and never. Using this, we have ranked all 32 items we found in the Xbox conference. We excluded anything that was not a game or a game peripheral or accessory or anything that does not have a title. We skipped also the indie game blitz because that was too many games at once to keep track of what we were looking at. Simulation overload. I am GentleBeast from the US. My buddy here is...
I am TheNinjaBunneh. I am from South Africa. And, let's get you guys some E3 knowledge here.
Kicking right the hell off, number 32 at the bottom, Gears Pop, which doesn't surprise me. I gave this a 2 and I never won it. I have nothing else to say except it's a toy made from a game, made back into a game. So...
Well, I ranked this as a 4 and said maybe, surely on the simple thing of, if it's free to play, I'll give it a go. However... It just looks like another crappy tower defense cash-in on a well-known franchise, so let's see what happens, but I think it's not going to do well overall, especially with, but it's going to capitalize on the Gears name, and it's going to capitalize on the Pop name, so not much else to say about that one, unfortunately. Microsoft, I don't know what you're thinking with that one, but, you know, have fun. So, moving on from there, we have the very, very pretty... but very, very wise thing, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I personally have ranked that as a 3, and I will never be buying that. Never in a million years. To be fair, it does look very good. It's got a lot of good visuals. It looks like the simulation mechanics are decent, but yeah, no. That's all I have to say about it.
Looks pretty, doesn't look fun. I slapped a 4 on it. No, I don't want it, but if you force me to play it, then fine, I have things to look at. Moving on to number 30 is Battletoads. I hate toads, don't even touch me, PETA, I don't care. I don't want this, it's a 3. Moving on to you, Ninja.
I've ranked Battletoads at a 5, though I will probably not buy it from my side. I will say, it's going to play well to the nostalgia crowd. The people have been clamoring for this for years, except they're not going to be happy because it's not the original Battletoads. They're going to say it's a baby game now because they're inevitably going to make it easier. So, yeah, that's about it. That's all I got from that.
Nice.
So, moving on to number 29. We have RPG Time, The Legend of Right. This looks like a typical indie bait from my side. If you hear that term a lot throughout these videos, you know why. I ranked it as a 5 personally, because there's not really much info on it. I can't say 100% for sure whether or not it'll be something I enjoy or not. At this point, it's sitting at a hard no for me, as to buy it, but, you know, maybe if something comes out in the future that makes me think I can give it a go. That's about all I got there.
I slapped a big old 4 on this. I don't want it. It looks too messy for me. I was trying to figure out how the hell things would even work, and I'm like, I can't grasp this, so I'm taking a hard pass. Moving on to 28, though, is Crossfire X coming to Xbox, which is apparently years in the making. I gave it a 6. It looked interesting, looked Call of Duty level, but different, but no, I don't want it. I'm going to pass on it. It's over to Bunneh.
So, from my side, this is probably the first time that Jed and I have got actually a significant difference of opinion on this. Because I put this as a 3.
Oof.
And a hard no from my end. Simply because it's just another generic military multiplayer shooter. That's all it looked like to me, was just more generic shooter, more generic multiplayer. I'm not interested. Simple as that. We want something different in our games. Yes, that's going to sound a little bit hypocritical, but I don't care. So, moving on. So, for number 25 is where things start to get a little bit interesting, because you notice we jumped down from 28 through 25, because we managed to somehow have 3 things ranked exactly the same place.
Woo!
Yeah, shocking, isn't it? So, in no particular order, I should say, those 3 are Spiritfarer, Wasteland 3, and State of Decay 2 Heartland. So that's the new State of Decay 2 DLC. And I gave them 5s across the board because it just looks like a thing. That's all it is for me. It's
I
just
also
a thing.
gave all 3 5s across the board. I don't want these, but they were okay. They're okay looking games. They're right in that decent mid-tier level of, well, lower tier level of AAA. So it's like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all we got.
Yep. All right, number 24. There is a singular 24. Don't worry about that. Is 12 minutes. I thought this looked really interesting. I gave it a 7 because it didn't look that intensive of a game with complications or whatever to make it like super exciting. I'm not planning on getting it, but I thought it looked cool. I see Ninja feels otherwise though, so let's go to him.
I gave this a hard 3. As I said, the term indie bait for me is going to be quite frequent in these videos. I'm very much one for the indie game market, but you know, certain things at some of these conferences have just been specifically indie bait. You know, the kind of things that are out there to just bait those awards. You know, those Game of the Year, those next indie hype things, the next Dead Cells, the next Binding of Isaac Rebirth, the next something crazy that makes everyone go wild for it. Apart from that, all it really gave me was a bit of Twin Peaks vibes, and I mean, there's nothing new on that. That's been done so many times these days.
Mm-hmm.
So, from there, we're going to move on to number 23, and this one was from Ninja Theory, of all people, Bleeding Edge. I personally rank that as a 5. It's a hero shooter. It's a hero shooter with swords. That's all there really is to it, from my side.
Yeah,
over to you, Gentle.
It's nothing I want. I gave it a 6 because I thought it looked better than other games I thought were okay, but it's still in that okay category to me. So not a lot there. There is just one at number 22, the Age of Empires Definitive Edition. So this looks like I'm not an Age of Empires fan, although they do look interesting. I have a 6 here. I don't think I'm getting it, but it looked like a pretty decent collection for people who are into it. Over to you.
Well, from my side, I gave it a 5, simply because... why? You've released it like 7 times in the past 3 years. Stop. Just stop.
Skyrim ideals.
You joke, but, you know, they took a game that's, what, from 1990s somewhere? Or early 2000s? Remade it, remastered it in HD, and then started selling new DLC for it on Steam. I mean, it's just Age of Empires. Look, Age of Empires 2 is great. It's one of the best RTS games ever, and my starting out gaming was an RTS player. But, you know, do something new. And that's going to be something that comes up fairly commonly as well. Do something new.
Fair.
Alright, moving on to number 21. We have Way to the Woods. And I ranked that at a 6. I'm just going to pull up my notes here quickly for Way to the Woods. I took some notes. Yeah, again, falls towards my indie bait, but this reminds me a bit more of a sort of interesting vibe. And I mean, Bambi. Come on, Bambi's in the game. That's all I've got to say on that, right?
Give it a 5. I thought the story might be interesting, but I don't care to play as an animal. The fact they were going through what looked like post-apocalyptic buildings and whatnot makes you interested in what happened there. But otherwise, not a lot there for me. Rolling into number 20, I put a 6 on Minecraft Dungeons. Basically just Minecraft, but you're doing something new. That's all I got.
I've also put a 6 on Minecraft Dungeons with a hard maybe on actually picking it up. As a massive fan of Diablo games and just your general, you know, isometric looter-shooter dungeon crawlers, you know, they're a fun kind of game. They're a great way to kill a couple of hours, especially if you want to do something completely mindless. And I will be honest, I thought we were getting some kind of third-person action RPG with a Minecraft skin on it when they first showed it off on the trailer. So I wasn't 100% sure, and then I saw Diablo style. I was like, alright, cool. I'll take that. I'm pretty happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
So, moving on from our side, number 19, we have, clearly the show stealer here at number 19, Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga. I put it at a 5 from my side. Well, yes, I enjoy the Lego games. I'm probably not going to buy another one. There's so many of them. I can't keep up. My wallet hates me already.
I'm also not buying it, but 7 because Lego is in Star Wars. So yes.
Okay. Alright, you do you, boo.
Alright, 18, Phantasy Star Online 2. I have no idea what it is. I'm assuming it's an MMO. If not, it's some sort of online thing we're stealing from the East Asian countries. Sorry, not sorry. Give it a 7 though, because it looked quality, and I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy it. I'm not touching though.
I probably will be touching it, especially if it's free to play. I have given it a bit of a 5 though, I know, but I don't know enough about Phantasy Star. I know people are being crazy hoping to get Phantasy Star 2 across in the West. I know that most of the players on PC are already playing on the Japanese servers because they're going crazy about it. But, you know, from my side, you know, it's just a thing. That's it. It's another JRPG style MMO. And I'm probably going to give it a try, at least for a couple of hours. So, moving on from there, something which I will definitely be buying at some point. At number 17, we have Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I've given that a 6, because we really don't know enough about it from my side to make a proper judgment just yet. But as someone who loves the Dragon Ball Xenoverse games, as someone who, you know, has just been playing any Dragon Ball game I could get a hold of since I was a kid, it just looks like the kind of thing that I could have fun with. And from what I understand, it's a third-person action RPG. So I've been wondering, are we going to get some sort of God Hand combat, combo building elements? Or are we going to just have, you know, push X to punch?
Yeah,
You know.
I also give it a 6. I'm not grabbing it. I haven't been a Dragon Ball fan since I'm a teen, but since I was a teen, my bad. I'm not a teen, I promise. But I'm just
Gentle's
not.
actually jailbait, sorry.
Don't touch me, Daddy. But yeah, I'm not grabbing it. It's a 6 though. Looks quality. And just above that, at 16, we have Psychonauts 2, another series I'm not a fan of. I give it a 6 because it looked okay. But really, I don't have anything on this, so I'm going to pass now.
Okay, so Psychonauts has a bit of a special place in my heart, personally. Also, I want to suck all of that Tim Schafer dick, thank you. Except that I was very confused because I thought Jack Black had come onto the stage for a minute there. Sorry, I can't even... I've now got Jack Black confusing with Tim Schafer in my head. It's just not something I want to see.
Dirty boy.
I gave Psychonauts 2 a 7. Psychonauts, while being pretty janky and not necessarily the best put together game I've ever played, it was still one of the most interesting concepts, one of the more interesting games I played over my youth as a PC player. I actually played it again, must have been about 6 months ago, and it's just as janky, it's just as full of bullshit, but it's just as incredible as I remembered. So, give it a 7, need a little bit more on it from my side, but I'm definitely looking forward to it from my end. Moving on from there, we have number 15, another game near and dear to my heart, Dying Light 2. Dying Light is just one of possibly my favorite zombie apocalypse games, and that includes things like Left 4 Dead. It's just so much fun. It's silly. It's dumb. You can run across a wall and hit a zombie with an electric mallet. Come on, what more do you need to say about that?
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. That sounds pretty neat, but I'm not getting it. I give it a 6 though, because it looks okay. And before everyone goes, Gentle, you don't try shit. I have tried. I'm not into the zombie games. I just can't get into them. So whenever I see them, I'm like, oh, here's another one. So.
Hey, Gentle.
What's up?
You don't try shit.
I know I don't, but I'm not going to either. Fuck off.
Please try more shit, Daddy. That's pretty accurate, yeah.
Demonetized. Don't care.
Do you really think anything we ever put out's getting monetized?
No, maybe nudes. We'll talk about that later.
Considering that you've got me over here, you think anything's getting monetized ever?
Moving on. Number 14 is something I want. I gave it a 7. It's actually a piece of hardware. I had the original Xbox Elite controller. I loved it. Some pieces on the inside, though, started wearing out and breaking down via my use. I fixed it a few times, but I've overfixed it. It's a zombie of its former self. And I very, very, very much want the new one because those controllers just feel amazing to play with. So yes, I'm getting this. I gave it a 7, and I'm excited.
Personally for me, never could afford the Elite controllers. They're expensive as all living fuck wherever I've lived.
Yeah, they're still expensive here too.
Yeah, exactly. That's the reason I'm not buying that. Look, if it ever comes out at a decent price, maybe I'll consider picking it up, or if it's a gift from someone, I'd be pretty happy. I would like one. Probably not going to buy one myself. It's on a hard maybe for me, and I've actually just given it a 6. You know, my sort of middle of the road kind of ranking there. So, moving on, we have possibly the thing that had me screaming at my screen the most during the Microsoft conference. I saw the side of the stage move, and I saw headlights, and the swear words came flying out, because I thought, God damn it, Microsoft, not another fucking car on the stage! For the love of God, stop! And then the trailer came on. And all of a sudden there was Lego going on, and there was Lego movie songs, and I was really, really confused. And then I got to see the car, and all of a sudden it was a Lego McLaren. It completely caught me. I will give credit to Microsoft where it's due. You baited me hard. You nailed me with that. I'm still giving it a 6 because I'm definitely not getting it, because I'm not buying Forza Horizon 4 just to buy a Lego. So that's all I can say about it.
I'm also not buying Forza just for Lego, but I was super happy to see it because Lego. And they mixed it into the real world, and the real cars driving the Lego world, and the Lego cars in the real world. And I'm like, this looks nuts, but I like it because I actually do like car games. I just haven't played one in a very long time.
Forza is definitely a way. Forza Horizon is probably one of your best bets.
It is. What I miss though are games like
from
Need
my
for Speed Underground too, but that's a conversation for a different time. Those are the ones I like the most.
Absolutely. If you guys want to see that, let us know in the comments.
Potentially, boy, I'd have to. I think I sold that game. I'd have to get it back.
No, I was talking more about just discussing racing games.
Oh.
But anyway.
If you want us to see go vroom vroom, then hit like. All right.
Can we make it like just a thing that pops up on the screen for this?
I mean, I'm not against it. It's probably up right now.
All right.
In fact, I'll edit it. I'll put it
great.
up right now. Number 12. This will be more Ninja's thing because this is entering anime game world. I gave it a 6 because it looks fine. It's Tales of Arise, which is apparently part of a Tales series. I didn't realize that till way after when I had to look up the developer. I don't want it, but looks okay. Over Ninja.
Okay. Full on weeb. Let me weeb. Also, can I just say, he pulled a sword out of her fucking tits. Why would you not want that in your life at some point? Why would you not want someone to... He pulled a sword out of her tits.
Gotta be careful putting it back, though.
I mean, it depends on how you sheath the sword in the end, but, you know. Okay. Probably gonna watch that one a little bit. But from my side, I will definitely be picking up Tales of Arise. I've ranked it as an 8 from my side because I haven't played much of the Tales games from my side. It's been a series I've been meaning to get into, but it was limited mostly to PS4 previously. And as everyone knows, I'm primarily playing on Xbox and Switch at the moment. But I am looking to picking up Tales of Berseria. I'm looking into, getting into the Tales series, because from everything I've seen, it looks fantastic overall. And that's my take on it. Also, titty sword.
Nice.
Okay, moving on. Number 11, we're getting right to the higher ranks now. We have Blair Witch, made by Lionsgate Games, I should say. The guys who made Fable. So I'm a little bit sad that it's not a Fable game, but
Bloober's the true developer on this one.
Well, Bloober. That's clearly one of the best names I've ever heard. No, okay. I personally gave it a 7 with probably not going to buy it. But it does look like it would be good for a lot of jump scare streams, a lot of the Outlast level streams. The things that you would get from people playing Outlast, from things like that. And it does look like it's well made and it's pretty. So we'll just have to wait and see with it from my side. Gentle?
I slapped the big old 8 on it because it looks like a damn good horror game, which means I'm not touching it, but you can bet your ass I'm going to watch a full playthrough of it because I want to see everything that happens while I'm covering both my eyes most of the time.
I'm just not good. You're in the corner. No.
While secretly in my mind
Please
I'm like,
go
yes,
away,
do it.
Mr.
I want to know what's
Batman.
on the other side. All right.
Josh?
We are now cracking into the top 10 with a tie at 9th, actually. So I'll go ahead and just take one here. I'll go with Gears 5, which tied for 9th with Ori and the Will of the Wisps. But in Gears 5, I gave a 7. I'm not that into it. Actually, I might as well go ahead and talk about Ori 2. Also gave Ori a 7. Also not that into it. So they're kind of in the same category for me. Look about the same in terms of quality, but they're both not my thing.
I'm going to say fair enough for Gears 5. I would think that would be more your style than Ori for sure. I know you're not
It
much
would
of
be, but it's not.
indie cutesy platformer Metroidvania player.
Yeah.
I've given both Ori and Gears a solid 8 out of 10 from my side. Realistically speaking, they both just look great. They look like a lot of fun. Gears 5, it's continuing the Gears franchise. I mean, it's going to be well made, it's going to be well put together. Story may be lackluster, but we can always expect the gameplay to be solid. I know there's a lot of debate on the whole wokeness of it at the moment, but I'm not even touching that with a 10-foot fucking barge pole, thank you. As for Ori, it's fucking adorable. What else can you say about it? It's a cute little shiny white cat creature that jumps around and fights evil monsters. I mean, there's a spider, there's all sorts of evil creatures. I personally am looking very forward to trying it with Ori and murdering that evil big-ass spider. That's it from my end. So I'm going to say, moving on to number 8. This one is definitely going to be more gentle speed, especially to talk about, though I'm looking at his stuff and I'm very confused. The Outer Worlds. I have personally given it a 7 and saying I'll probably buy it. It gives me very much a Fallout New Vegas vibe, along with some Borderlands vibes as well. It's made by Obsidian, who've made some of my favorite games of all time. So I'm willing to give them a shot with this. I mean, this is a completely new IP, which is shocking these days. If you'll notice, most of the stuff here have been franchise-based or remakes. So this is a completely new IP. It's made by Obsidian, the guys who made the original Fallout, so I've got high hopes for it.
Yes, and this is Obsidian's last game being published by anybody other than Xbox Game Studios since they merged with Xbox. So this is their last bit of, I guess, full-blown freedom. I give it an 8 because it looks damn good. I know they made Fallout New Vegas, which ever since I became a Fallout fan with Fallout 4 is the only thing I ever hear in my ear when I say that I started off at Fallout 4 is go play New Vegas.
Fallout New
so
Vegas.
I know.
Go play New Vegas.
I hear you. So I know their quality. I don't want it though because aesthetically, it's not an art style I'm crazy about, and it just has that like weird vibe to it, which is cool at times, but I'm not into it enough to say I'm going to go get that. So at the moment, sitting at is no, I'm not going to grab that. However, what I am going to grab, number 7, my soul goes to this company more than it should. It's From Software, and then teaming up with Game of Thrones writer George R. Martin. Oopsie, I almost said that wrong.
Myton.
Myton.
Mr. Myton, please.
Right, so this was also an 8 because we weren't really shown gameplay or anything, just the trailer, but it was enough. And I know From Software, yes, I want this. It's supposedly Norse mythology, and that's going to be interesting to see how they do that. A lot of questions. I'm already going through Reddit and YouTube trying to figure out more about the game. I'm already on the hype train for this, even though they've pretty much shown me nothing. So yes, this will be a gentle thing.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I couldn't agree more from my side. I would just like to fillet all the From dicks right now, because everything they put out, while not always for me, I really had a mixed relationship with From, until I played Sekiro. That was probably the game that got me on the From beating me with a stick train. But it looks really good, it looks really fun. We don't have a lot of info, but there's a lot we can extrapolate from it. I can see so many different YouTubers going to go crazy over this, with all the lore theories, with rankings, with all that kind of thing. Overall, it's just going to be a solid thing to look at, a solid thing to play, and it's probably going to break Twitch the same way Sekiro did.
Agreed.
So, moving on from there to something that's right there, near and dear to my heart, something that I thought was a rumor that was not going to be a thing. I have it pegged. I not only say that I don't even rank it as day one, I downloaded it day one, and that is the free DLC for Borderlands 2, the Commander Lilith and the Fight for Sanctuary DLC. I haven't played it yet. Saving it for streams this weekend. Probably going to go and motor through it this Saturday. But, gotta say, it looks like a Borderlands 2 DLC. It looks more Dragon's Keep than than Big Game Hunt. So, stupid hype. Love Borderlands 2. One of my favorite games of all time.
It's very interesting to me because I just started the Borderlands series on stream, and actually for my life the first time this year. I've never touched it. My brother's constantly poked at me my whole life to try it. Finally tried it. I am enjoying it. I beat Borderlands 1 and 2. I still have pre-sequel to do. I'm going to do pre-sequel on stream before I touch this, but I am downloading it. I did want it immediately. I gave it a 7 just because DLC, and it's meant to set up Borderlands 3, so I don't know how overwhelmingly great it'll be, more than useful in terms of story. But I am excited to play it. I'm making myself wait for it, though, to make sure I finish out everything else first, and then I play this last right before I touch Borderlands 3. So yeah, I'm also excited about this. Now, above this, we're entering top 5
we're gonna
now.
Get so much crap for this. We're gonna get so much crap for this one.
At number 5, it made top 5. People can chill. Cyberpunk 2077.
We're gonna get so much shit. We're gonna get so much shit for this one.
I don't want this. I'm not. Let me be clear. I give it a 9. I understand it's high quality. It looks super high quality in terms of gameplay, graphical quality, story quality. It looks amazing in every way. It's just not a me thing, is the only reason I'm saying I don't want it, which is probably why it fell to 5th. But again, I gave it a 9. So now we're going to go over to the person over here who says he's getting it day 1.
I am absolutely fucking getting it day 1. I have given it a 9. I don't trust that any game is perfect at launch at this point. There are a couple of 10s on this list from me. Mainly, some things that are coming up. But it is a 9. It's fucking breathtaking, as is Keanu Reeves, who apparently is in this game. So I'd actually like to give it a Keanu out of 10. Have fun animating that one.
Keanu is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Keanu out of 10. It just looks great. If it's CD Projekt Red. They've made The Witcher 3. They're known for making high quality games with the Witcher series. So it's good to see them branching out into some new IP from my side. And so this is where I'm pretty sure we're gonna catch some shit, because
we are the whole way up from here.
Above this ranked above Cyberpunk. At number 4, we both have Halo Infinite. I've ranked it personally as a 9 out of 10. I haven't logged it as day 1. I have said that yes, I will pick it up, but it's not logged as day 1. We haven't really seen much about it. It looks like it could be a bit true to form. Not this whole multiplayer co-op crap they had with Halo 5. So I'm hoping it's returned to form. It looks like they've found a way to expand the story in an interesting way. And personally looking forward to some just dumb Halo shooting fun from my end.
Also, give it a 9, because it deserves it. Also, I'm getting this because I want it. The only Halo game I've never played is Halo 5. I played all of them up to 4.
Yourself lucky.
I played 4, and then after that, 5 came out, and I was just busy with other games, and I think college at the time too. And so I never felt the need to grab it, and then people reacted to it, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I need it. I think Halo's done for me. Then this game pops up and re-interests me in the Halo series to the point where I might watch some videos just to get the story from 5, so I'm caught up in that regard. We are now going to top 3 people. Bronze medal going on to the Lightsaber Boy. Star Wars game, a good-looking one. A 9 is what I give this. I do want this day 1. It comes out on my birthday, so I can guarantee I will have it day 1. And I'm super excited for a good Star Wars game. I've been skipping almost every Star Wars game for years just because none have looked good enough for me to want. And then this one comes up, and I want it. I very much want it.
So now that we all know when Gentle's birthday is, you know exactly when to spam him with messages.
Send me multiple copies.
On my side, yeah, send Gentle all the copies. He'll give some away on stream if he gets them.
I legit will.
I was making a joke. Alright, shit. Send him copies, please. I need to get a free copy because I'm going to be poor at this point. Yeah, I've also ranked this as a 9. It's a day 1 for me. I've been looking forward to this all year. It's made by Respawn, the guys who made Titanfall. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a massive nerd for Titanfall. I love it so much. It looks like they've taken a sort of a Uncharted view on it. They've made it, it's Uncharted Star Wars essentially at this point, with some of Respawn's wall running, I lost the ability to speak there. But, the combat itself, against regular, little scrub enemies, it looks like you can just beat them with a stick until they're no longer moving. But, I must say, some of the combat they showed us with the more elite enemies, the tougher enemies, it looked like it was interesting. It looked like you had to really think about it. It gave me very much a FromSoft vibe, almost, in that regard, combat-wise. Gentle, as our resident FromSoft expert, thoughts on that?
Yes. Obviously it's in a different art style, so it's hard to recognize it. But yeah, no, it seems like it could hold up to that.
All right. Well, now moving on to number 2 slot, missing out the top spot, and definitely something that's a day one buy for me. And if anyone knows, again, going back to saying Borderlands is one of my favorite game series, and it's Borderlands 3. And it's out in September. It's in September. Borderlands 3. We've all been going... Everyone's been on the hype train for it. Everyone looks like they're having fun with it. Every bit of YouTube content, stream content has been highly praising of it. It looks like Gearbox has not done anything stupid with this one, nor is 2K. It's just more Borderlands. I want it all. I want it in my face right now.
Yes. Again, I just became a fan this year, and I am saying that truthfully. I have become a fan. I am loving this series so far. I gave it a 9 because it does look super, super good. A 10 is something I get very stingy about giving out, so I just couldn't quite do it. It is a day one buy for me. Sadly, as a Destiny fan, I have an expansion coming out 3 days later, so I don't know if this will get much or any attention from me right away. It'll be in my hands day one. It just might not be played day one. I will play the... I completely
forgot that there's a Destiny expansion at the same time.
Yeah, no.
God damn it!
Yeah, it's very brutal timing.
And Monster Hunter World Iceborne at the same time!
Oh, I don't have that problem. That's for you to handle.
Oh my god, what a... guys, I need someone to come and injure me, like break my leg, please, just so I can get, like 2 months off work, just so I can catch up on everything I have to play.
I'll just mail you some Anthrax or something. You'll be fine.
Okay, Jesus.
But yes, I will get this. I will play it super, super thoroughly. Every side mission and main mission, it has to wait. Sorry, just has to wait.
Anthrax packages notwithstanding, let's move on to number 1, please.
Number 1. We both gave this a 10. I feel it's worthy. I was told in the conference 4 times as powerful. 4 times as powerful as the 1X. I have a 1X. Ninja can attest to the performance differences I have over him, being on the OG Xbox. This thing sounds like it's going to perform amazingly. They keep making a console that rivals PC performance. I'm hyped about it. I put it as a yes and not a day one, just because we haven't been told a price, which will probably prevent a day one. Not to mention, I want to let it be out for a couple months first so that it builds a player base, so I'm not the only one on it with the game I'm trying to play. But the Xbox Project Scarlet, which I'm sure won't be its permanent name, it'll become Xbox 2 or something. But I'm happy about what they told us about the new console coming out. Very happy with it. I felt like, that sounds like a 10 piece of hardware. And I'm excited for when I do eventually own that.
From my side, completely agree with your sentiments on that. I hope it stays named Project Scarlet, simply so I can name it Urza and let out my inner weeb. But that's about it from my side. There's nothing else I can add to that.
Yeah, not a lot to say about it. It won the top spot, but it's like, we're getting a new box. A new special box.
As someone who's been dealing with a launch Xbox One since, ever, and trying to keep up with all these people with their Xbox One X's, watching them load into things anywhere up to 15 to 20 seconds ahead of me. It's crazy. Trying to play Destiny with you and A11, it's like, I'm loading in 15, 20 seconds after you guys are.
Yep. No, it's...
So, it's a crazy level of difference, and if the Scarlet can get a standardized performance again for me, I'll be pretty happy.
Right. That is all we have for the Xbox conference, everyone. We have more E3 videos coming out for the different conferences. We'll have an overall E3 top 10 video at the end of all of that.
Can everyone just please remember, these are opinions. These are our thoughts on it. Please do not direct the hate. I understand you people are going to hate us for some of these. But remember, these are our own opinions of these things. We're, you know, your normal average Joe kind of player. Let us have this one.
Also, if you're mad, what the hell are you doing? We're nobodies who just decided to make a ranking list, so I don't know why our opinion matters, but thank you for stopping by.
Alright, thank you for stopping by, everyone. Take care.